take action. To take action. Let me show you something. This little, simple little diagram helped me so much. I can't describe to you how much, really. Name me a negative emotion. Give me a negative emotion. Fear. Rejection. Anxiety. And rejection isn't really an emotion that creates an emotion. Anger. Envy. Disagreement. That's not really emotion. Blame. Sadness. Frustration. Being overwhelmed. Guilt. Laziness. That's not really emotion. What? Sorry? Despair. Doubt. All right, I'm getting depressed writing this list, so can we stop? Pretty good idea what that is, right? Again, if we're looking here, what are those feelings? How do those feelings affect your life? They affect them as much as you decide to allow them to affect your life. I'm going to give you the antidote to all of those things. Activity. Now I'm going to show you something that will help you dramatically as you're going out and building your business. I always look for these little distinctions, tiny little things, little triggers that allow me to take control of my life. How many people would like to be in total control of your emotions? Yeah? How many wouldn't like to be in total control of your emotions? Work with me. So let's say you're feeling this. You're feeling these emotions. What that tells me, if you're feeling any of them, is activity is gone. That's what it tells me. Activity is gone. Even if you just got off a call and it was a terrible call and it was an awful call, right? If you don't make the next call and you go into these emotions, that tells me your activity stopped. So here's the thing. The moment that you start to increase activity, these emotions start to fade. The more you increase activity and go into full activity, these emotions go away. In your business, they go away. And now you're in activity again. Those emotions are gone. You don't have time to feel sorry for yourself. You're moving, you're getting stuff going on. And then something happens, and this starts to creep in. And as soon as it starts to creep in, what does that tell me? Activity's starting to drop. And here they come. You look at somebody who's walking across the stage, bigger, more successful than you, and they started after you did. Doesn't that suck? I hate that so much. But you're watching all that stuff, and your activity drops, and you didn't even realize your activity drops. You're just feeling bad for yourself. The moment you start feeling any of these things, you should go, oh, my activity must be down. Make a call. Do a meeting. Follow up. Get in the car and go talk to somebody. Take action. Move. And if you stay in action long enough, activity long enough, it'll create a habit. And the best in the world, I know, when faced with these obstacles, at the beginning, faced with these obstacles, it might, you faced with some big disappointment. Somebody in your group quits, or something blows up, or something bad happens. Or let's say a company just blows up and goes out of business. What does that create when something like that happens? God forbid. It creates all of these emotions. It might cause you not to want to take action on the greatest profession on earth because somebody let you down. I get it. It might take you a little while to gather strength. Here's what I know about anybody that's ever been involved in network marketing. They're going to be involved again. For sure. It might take 5 years for them to get over this and dream again. It might take 2 years, it might take 6 months, it might take 30 days, it might take a week. I don't know what it's gonna take, but they're gonna do it. So if you ever talk to somebody who says, I've been there before, I had my heart broken, never, ever, ever again, don't ever buy their story because it's not true. They're gonna be walking across somebody's stage. It might as well be yours. Don't let that be real. I'm just telling you. I love talking to somebody that used to be and says they're burned out. They're coming in. So it might be 5 years, it might be 5 months, it might be 5 weeks, it might be 5 days. The best leaders in the world, the best that I know, the ones that I'm looking at right here, as soon as they feel a hint of this, they go, whoop, back to activity. They feel just a little whisper, pop, back to activity. Little discouragement, bam. Something happens in their company, pop. They go right back to action. And see, the activities here will start to grow and will start to affect attitudes, start to affect thinking, eventually affecting programming on a very, very deep level. And at the same time, you're feeding your mind with positive and you're protecting your mind from negative and you're growing it from the bottom up. So it's both sides.